So, hello everyone. I hope you're having a good time listening to a lot of organizations and the great work that they're doing. Very happy to be here. It's a pleasure. And I think it's very welcoming to see how organizations are putting so much effort in making our workplaces inclusive. I know you can see the face of a very large face on the screen right now, but I wanted to start with the slide that our group CEO, Ayman, is very passionate about inclusion. And what he does is in his board meetings, he actually schedules some time to understand how our organization dynamics look like in terms of people that we are hiring. So before I move on to actually talking about the strategy that we follow, let me introduce a little bit about Capgemini. Capgemini is a French multi-organization. It is into IT services, and we operate globally. About 3,50,000 plus employees in our workplace. Out of that, 1,70,000 employees work out of India. So basically, Capgemini's biggest base is India. We operate out of 13 cities, and today we are looking at expanding into tier 2, tier 3 cities just to make it more easy for people living in those cities to be able to work in Capgemini rather than to have to travel to larger metros for their work. So, like Ayman says, we are very serious about our diversity and inclusion, but I wouldn't like to really spend time telling you what diversity and inclusion is. I think most of us in this room are aware of that. But I'd really want to talk about our strategy. We have these 5 pillars which we feel is very important for creating an inclusive workplace. Flexibility, well-being, multiculturalism, happiness, and open minds. So what we believe in creating in Capgemini is an open culture where we welcome people as they are. They don't have to change. We hire them for skills, we hire them for their experiences, we hire them for the value that they bring to us. So that's the culture we'd like to continue, where we don't want to change people who join us. And flexibility is actually primary to the way we work because we understand everybody's needs may be different. How do we adapt to those needs and help them do their jobs? Well-being is primary, you can say, work around inclusion, because if you don't have the right kind of mental well-being, the right kind of physical well-being, the right kind of financial well-being, employees cannot really give their best to the organization, actually may not feel motivated or included. So what we've realized, and just to give you an example, I think my peers have spoken a lot about different initiatives, so I would probably speak about some of the highlights that we may do differently. So we believe that our school system, our education system believes, or rather equips us to earn money, but they don't really equip us to keep that money. So the more we earn, the more we spend, and we believe that financial security or the financial well-being is very important for mental health. So we have special program around that. Maybe we can go back to the last slide. Sorry, yeah. Multiculturalism is all about understanding that we work with very diverse cultures, not just globally, but even in India. A single state in India is very different from another state in India. And people within the country move around a lot. So somebody from north could go to south. How do they feel like they belong there is an important question that we are trying to always solve. Apart from that, a lot of our people go and work in our client sites, which could be in India or abroad. So understanding different cultures and being able to adapt to it rather than, maybe let misunderstandings come in between just because of cultural differences is a very important aspect for us. Happiness, of course, is something that we find key. It's a part of our values. So we, in fact, have someone called Chief Fun Officer who's actually driving fun events on a monthly basis. Between these pillars stands our priorities. Winspire is work that we do to include women, develop and grow them. Outfront is our LGBTQ initiatives. Embracing abilities is improving inclusion for people with disabilities. And Josh, which is one of the latest ones, is to encourage veterans, create employment for veterans to transition from military services to a corporate world. So maybe a little bit about our Winspire, what work we do for women inclusion. Again, I will speak about maybe some of the more important ones, or rather the ones that wasn't spoken about earlier. So our recruitment actually has a 50-50 target at any level. So we try to bring in 50% women and 50% men when we hire. So gender balance is what we believe in. And because of that, you would see that we have actually achieved a gender balance target of 43.3% in India. And we have a target of 45% this year. We have a program called Captivate. This is for women who are on break. We especially focus on bringing women who are on break, training them and aligning them to the role that they'd like to do. We have development programs for every level, and we've curated them to understand a junior management, what do they need to go to the mid-management, and then mid-management, what do they need to go to senior level. One thing that I would like to speak about is that we launched something called Fair Welcome 2.0. It was an existing program, but this year we have launched this to support women who are coming back from maternity leave. Understanding that there may be a need for flexibility, we have now given the provision of 12 months of flexibility post-returnship. So they can work from home, they can work part-time, they can work hybrid, whichever way that suits them. Also, we cover 100% charges of creche services for both men and women if they would like to bring their children. So apart from that, we also have something for fathers, because we understand that if fathers don't support, I don't think women will ever be able to return to work. So we have 6 months of flexibility in work for new fathers so that they can work from home and support their young children. I wouldn't want to go through everything because then I would probably take up the rest of the day. So maybe you could just go through some of the things that is on the screen. We have a lot of employee resource group. They are based on women in delivery who are basically, architects, senior architects. We have women in sales, WITI, women in Tech India are all our employee resource groups. And one of the main things that I'd like to talk about is that we have our inclusion targets and inclusion discussions in our PNL discussions on a monthly basis. So it is in our India country board. It gets discussed in our India country board. It gets discussed in all our monthly PNL reviews. That is how important it is for the organization. And that's how much the leadership supports improving our workplace. So here's a little bit about our veteran hiring program. We started it last year, And what we realized is that people really didn't know about what veterans are, what are the kind of skills they bring in. So we did a lot of awareness sessions. They can come to us with the best tech. When we reached out to our hiring managers, what they told us is that, oh, we should look at logistics, we should look at managing infrastructure, etc. And then we did the awareness to tell them that the best tech is what government of India spends on. So we could get a very good group of research, top talent from there. And that's how we started our work, and we placed 11 veterans last year. But we also created a veteran task force. This task force actually helps our organization understand how to interview, how to hire, how to do their background checks, because it's different from most other employees. Embracing abilities again has our own pillars, because everything needs a process. If we don't follow it process-wise, we would probably not see success. Today we have over 500 people with disabilities working for us. We have inclusive infrastructure, and I think one of my peers spoke about IT inclusion. We also have a help desk where people with disabilities can call 24 hours ahead and let us know what support they need to come into the office. So even if small things like carrying a bag because they're on maybe clutches, they can call the help desk and ask for that support. Neurodiversity is actually a very important aspect of inclusion when it comes to people with disabilities. We've realized that most cases of neurodisabilities goes undiagnosed, and we actually already have people working with us who may be neurodiverse. So that's what we started. We included it in our insurance. Now you can go and use your employee insurance to get a diagnosis. We've also started to recruit people, created a special employee resource group that supports as buddy, apart from the buddy that the team will give. And we also have an external consultant who comes in to tell us how to work with the neurodiverse employee, because we understand that each employee can be very different, their tics can be very different. Finally, we come to LGBTQ plus inclusion. I think this is one of the already very, you can say, mature in the organization. We have a large number of people who are from the community, who are part of our employee resource group, who really do all the work that they feel is required for inclusion. And in terms of supporting them, we have a transgender guideline document which is being prepared for managers to support their employees who are thinking of transition. We have a 30-day leave for those, paid leave for those who are going into transition. And of course, all of our medical costs are covered by our insurance providers. Apart from that, you will see all the other regular stuff like having all gender washrooms, our pride programs, and of course, we work strongly with suppliers who are from the LGBTQI owned enterprises. All right, so these are some basic awareness programs that we do. I would like to speak about inclusive leadership. It's a 4-hour program, which is for the top leadership. They commit that time to understand how they can be inclusive, to understand what is the in-groups, out-groups in the workplaces, and how they can put in an effort to create an inclusive workplace. Inclusion for us is not an organizational step. It is an every employee's responsibility. Unless you understand your unconscious biases, unless you understand how you are doing things differently and accidentally excluding people, you will probably never be able to become inclusive. And that's what we do here. Inclusion Circles is another very interesting program. Our top leadership, VPs, etc., are the ones who conduct these sessions. Most of the times we've seen HR or DNI folks conducting inclusion sessions, but here we expect the top leadership, the bosses, to bring in their teams and talk about inclusion. I spoke about well-being, and here is our well-being chart, the things that we cover. We have gynecologists coming in monthly. We have free pap smear and other tests that we do for employees. We have self-care sessions where you can reach out to counselors to speak about your challenges, whether it's personal or whether it's work-related. Another thing that I'd like to share, because here we are talking to a group of potential candidates who would like to join us. We have a very strong learning mechanism. So all of these organizations are what we partner with, and you will get free learning through this. So for example, you have Coursera, Udemy, Pega, SAP, Harvard Management, AWS, McKinsey. All of these learning programs are available to employees for free. And here are some roles that we are hiring for. So I'd let you all read this or take a picture of it. And I would also, with a lot of pride and humility, share that all of our efforts have been recognized in the market. These are some of the awards that we've been receiving. And we would like to show you a small video just to share our inclusion in the workplace. Thank you all for giving me your time. And lastly, my full name is Shreya Ghosh Oberoi. Please feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. And if you have any more questions, please feel free to connect with me. Thank you.